What am I gonna do? What's my wife gonna think? She doesn't respect you. We lost everything. I can't keep this up any longer. What is a man without a job? A man without a job. What is a man with no money? No money. I can't provide for my family. I'm not man. I wish I was dead. I wish we were all dead. I can make that happen. This can be the end.
The end? Is it the solution?
That's the solution. I can do that. I can do that right. This is the way it ends. Get the courage to do it. Do one thing right. You can do that, can't you? Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Have the courage. Be a man. This is your chance. Do it for them. Do it for you. Do it now. It's quick. It's easy. They won't feel it. You can do it. This is it. This is it. Don't think.
When people lose everything, and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it.
Since the moment you were born, you were being taught. You were being trained to exist in this world. The development of your mind began with the voices and touch of your parents. These first influences form the very beginnings of your thoughts and your feelings and your understanding of basic concepts of the world. But soon, after only a year or maybe sooner, a much stronger influence began to assert itself into your mind. The television. Not just cartoons and those silly songs we all used to sing, but the commercialization of your mind began in earnest. Ads, commercials, set within your early years of entertainment, began taking room in your developing brain, telling you what you want, what you need, what you desire. Our generation has experienced an onslaught of the mind hardly imaginable. We see more advertising in 1 year today than we did in an entire lifetime only 50 years ago. 50,000 TV commercials per year. 1,000 to 2,000 advertising images per day, 620 billion in global corporation advertising. You are not you. You are a million images and thoughts and concepts that have been ingrained into your brain since the day you were born, all for control. You are living in the real matrix. But this isn't our story. It belongs to you. I'm here to tell you, your life isn't your own. It belongs to someone else. As we entered school, a whole new sort of programming began. Boundaries are set, and we learn that there are fences that hold us in, clocks that govern our time, and authorities we must listen to. Most of all, we are taught to be good little citizens and always toe the institution's line of reasoning. In simple terms, we have been prisoners of the system for most of our childhood lives. We have been told what to like, how to act, what to desire, and what is acceptable for an American lifestyle. We are here to tell you now to question everything. You are free. Americans' acceptance of authority and our love affair with our television has set up a dangerous level of control. Do you notice the news sources seem foul, or that maybe they are reporting on issues that don't seem quite that important?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Paris has an outrageous new sizzling gig.
Whether you like her or not, Britney is back.
He was an icon.
That's hot.
Television news in the past 10 years has been going through a consolidation unprecedented in modern media history. Large corporations, in collusion with big government, have steadily been erasing coverage of issues that actually make a difference. These are a few of the companies that control so much of our media today. Fewer than 24 of these extraordinary creatures own and operate 90% of the mass media, controlling almost all of America's newspapers, magazines, TV, and radio stations. Nothing in earlier history matches this corporate group's power to penetrate the social landscape. They tell you to buy stock when you will be slaughtered. They tell you to shop when you might lose your job. They tell you everything is okay all the while praying to God that you, the people, do not find out the truth. The truth is that they are f***ing you. They have been setting up the middle class for the worst fall of all. And we're not going to take it.
Bernanke, there he is. Paulson, George Bush, Chris Dodd, Bernie Madoff, goddamn Barney Frank, bitch-ass Greenspan. Hell, even Walmart's goddamn year-on-year same-store sales were down.
Excuse me, but I would really appreciate it if everybody could keep their comments quiet until there's time for
Would you wake up? Don't you see what's happening at these town hall meetings?
It'll be a cold day in hell before he socializes my country.
If enough people get together and scream, the government has to listen. Opportunity is knocking, people. Would you answer the door? Answer the freaking door!
In 1787, our Constitution's founding fathers could have never imagined today a 500-channel, 24/7 television information age, and how special interest groups would use it to manipulate news and influence our elected representatives and our government. The U.S. Constitution stated that the money of the United States was to be coined, not printed, and that nothing but gold and silver were acceptable as legal tender. Up until 1971, the U.S. dollar was backed by gold, but today, it is backed by nothing. The only reason you are still able to purchase goods and services with your dollars is because it has been engraved in the minds of all Americans for nearly 100 years that the dollar is money, when in fact, it's all an illusion. In the last presidential election, Americans had the choice between two candidates, both of whom supported the financial bailouts. While one had the title of a Democrat and the other had a title of a Republican, they were both the same, and the entire election was just a charade. Everything the government does drives up prices for all Americans. When the government began providing student loans to make college affordable, college tuition prices skyrocketed. When the government created Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to make housing affordable, housing prices went through the roof. Americans were encouraged to use their home as a personal ATM machine by taking out home equity loans in order to buy expensive cars, clothes, electronics, and other things television made them believe they should have. This was all made possible by the Federal Reserve, who artificially lowered interest rates in order to create the real estate boom. Americans are using credit cards as their last lifeline just to survive. They are now officially debt slaves. History tells us individual experiences of total economic collapse and hyperinflation are just that. Individual. 80% of surviving is mental preparation. Realize this is not your fault. The entire system is going through convulsions, and you, my friend, are being caught in the meat grinder. Turn everything off. Can you survive without cable? Eating out? Unnecessary travel? Cell phone use? If you cannot do without it in an uncollapsed situation, how will you survive when the system truly breaks down and your water, electricity, food source is cut off for a week? Hurricane Katrina proved that Americans and FEMA are not prepared for disaster-type events. Do you have spare cash, gold, silver, guns, ammo, food, water, camping supplies ready? Fight to change the existing system that favors the corporate elite over America's middle class. Sign up for our free newsletter at National Inflation Association. Do not base your future decisions on what CNBC and the mainstream media tell you. They are propaganda tools of the corporate elite, and they exist to control you and set you up as sheep to be slaughtered. Turn them off. Do not feed their advertisers. They are the matrix that seeks to enslave you. Kill it. Starve it of your attention. You are a free individual and no longer subservient to the corporate control of your mind.